Well guys, it's Wednesday, January 16th. We're here in Northern Maryland getting ready to pack up the truck now and head down to Maryland Eastern Shore and hunt some Sika deer. It's about a 2.5 hour drive, but what we're going to do is we got 3 days ahead of us and we late bow season, and we're going to see if we can get a nice Sika buck on the ground. Might shoot a doe, we'll have to see what happens, but haven't had much luck this year with Sika deer. Haven't really seen a nice shooter yet. But as for whitetail, I got a nice 9-point in shotgun season back in December, so not too bad of a season so far. But it's just for Sika deer, haven't had much luck. But we're gonna try to finish the season strong and see if we can get one on the ground. See what happens.
Hey guys, today is Thursday, January 17th. We're down here at Maryland Eastern Shore hunting Sika deer still. As you can see, the camera's really close to me because I'm trying to keep it under my tree umbrella because it's been raining for the past 2 days. We might get a little bit of snow tonight, and this part of Maryland doesn't see a lot of snow, so it might make these deer do weird things and get up and move at different times. So we're down here last 2 weeks of bow season, well actually last 2 weeks of deer season, trying to get it done. We want to see if we can get a Sika buck on the ground before the season goes out. So we got 3 days down here, see if we can make it happen.
Well guys, after sitting in the rain all day Thursday, we really didn't have much luck. So later that night though, the rain did let up and I had good hopes for Friday. So what my plans was get in there real early and do my intro real early, because I knew if these deer were showing up, they were going to be there right after the feeder went off, right at sunrise. So let's check out what happens.
Alright guys, today's Friday, January 18th. We're down here at Maryland Eastern Shore hunting Sika deer. The sun's coming up now. We're hunting over a feeder. It's about 17 yards away, because to get these Sika deer in the bow range during late season, you kind of want to be hunting a food source. So hopefully we can get a big buck come in. See what happens. Stay tuned.
Well guys, I got 2 does working their way into the feeder when all of a sudden I catch some movement off to my left, and there he is, a nice Sika buck working his way into the feeder. I just hope I can get a nice clean broadside shot at him. Let's see what happens.
just smoked a nice Sika buck. 6-point, baby. I'm pretty sure I heard him crash over there in the water. Yes, we just smoked a giant. I turned my GoPro off. Wow. I'm shaking so bad. You have no idea how hard I've hunted this year for Sika. It's just finally got it done. January 17th. Less than 2 weeks in the season, and we just smoked a giant. Yes. Oh, man. I think I am a little high, but there's so much water now around here, but it's flooded from the rain these past 2 or 3 days. I'm pretty sure I heard him crash in the water over there. Yes. Yes. Matthew solo again, baby. We just smoked a giant. Yes. We're gonna give him a little while. It's still early in the morning. Then we'll go down and check out my arrow and look for blood and see how it is, and then we'll go from there. Stay tuned. See you then. We're down on the ground now. It's been about an hour after I shot. As you see up behind me here, see if I can zoom in on this. That's my stand. And now we're down on the ground, so let's go check out the arrow. You see it's very wet. Gotta be really careful with electronics when dealing with this. Wow, actually, okay, this is the first time I saw this. You see the hair. Wow, he lost a lot of hair. That Grim Reaper tore him up. Wow. Look at that arrow. Most of it's underwater. That Carbon Express Maxima punched right through him with that Grim Reaper. It's a lethal combination. So, good blood on the arrow. Lots of hair and blood. Alright. So, now that we see we got good sign, we're gonna go back, get my grandfather, and we're gonna track this together. So, we're back here in a minute.
Well, guys, I guess you could call it technical difficulties, but as I was tracking the deer, because I decided to take my GoPro instead of my Canon camcorder because of all the water and not a really good combination with electronics, I decided to take the waterproof GoPro camera to track the deer. But as I was in the middle of tracking him, some kind of technical difficulty happened with the GoPro and I couldn't get it fixed. So, but you didn't miss much, because it was pretty much once I started tracking him on the side of the feeder, I walked down the water road, and as you guys know, blood and water, not a good combination. Can't really see it in the water, so I followed my instincts of where I thought I heard him crash as I set up in the stand after the shot, and sure enough, about 60 yards down the water road, he was laying there right on the edge of it, and got him and hauled him out of there. So let's get back to the house and check him out. Well, guys, here he is after recovery. We didn't film the blood tracking on camera because it was so floated in the woods. One little trip on a stump or something and the camera would have been down, so that would have been an expensive loss. So it wasn't much for tracking though. It's just a lot of water and it's hard to track blood and water, of course. Gotta look on every twig and whatnot. So ended up doing a little scanning motion and where I heard him crash, and I was correct. I did hear him crash in the water. He's about 60 yards from where I shot him at the feeder. You know, nice respectable 6-point Sika for Melanesian Shore. It's Friday, January 18th. About a week and a half left of bow season. Week and a half left of deer season, actually. So we got it done with the Matthew Z7 Carbon Express Maxima arrows, hunters, and the Grim Reaper broadhead tore them up. Let me tell you, the shot placement was a little high, so with the exit hole though, with the angle of the tree stand, I did hit lower on the other side, the exit hole, so it ended up taking out both lungs, and like I said, only ran 60 yards and piled up. That's how we do it down here at Melanesian Shore. Awesome. Till next time, guys. See ya.